Hi, this is Jeff West, and I'd like to give you a demo of some unreleased code that we have that's the Maven plugin that may be included in a future release of WebLogic. This is unreleased code. It's not currently available, and by showing it, we're not making a commitment to ever make it available. But it should give you an idea of what we're working on for the WebLogic-Maven integration in terms of continuous integration. So this may be available in the future, or you may never see it again. So for the next version of the WebLogic-Maven plugin, some of the things that we are considering are the ability to create a WebLogic domain from a template, either the default template or a user-defined template, the ability to configure a WebLogic domain using WLST, the ability to start and stop WebLogic servers, and you'll still be able to deploy applications just like you can with today's version. So, why is this interesting? Well, what if we added in Hudson, and then in a continuous integration environment, you checked out your WebLogic domain template and scripts, created the domain, and started it and deployed your applications. Then you could execute your unit tests on a running WebLogic domain as part of your continuous integration environment. Then of course create the same pass-fail reports for your unit tests, and then when you're done, you could tear down the environment, stopping WebLogic server. Next, let me show you a demo of this new Maven plugin. The first thing I'd like to show you is the WLS install goal. This installs WebLogic using the zip distribution that it can pull from a Maven repository. Ideally, this would be a private repository that can be shared with your team and with your continuous integration environment. If no middleware home is specified, then it will default to use the current directory. It will create an Oracle/software directory where it will install WebLogic. Okay, so now it's done. Next, we'll execute the Maven WLS create domain goal. And this is going to take the default template and then create a new domain from that template. If you want, you can specify a user-defined template that you've created previously. So this will default to put it into the domains directory once it's complete, under Oracle Domains. Okay, so now we have a domains directory. We can also take a look at the console. We're just doing on-demand deployment for the console for the first time. So we can log into the console standard WebLogic domain just like any other domain. And now I'm going to start the server by calling the start-server goal. So this will start the server, and then once it's complete, it will return to the command prompt. You'll see the default is to create a .out file for the server. We'll take a look at that. So we can see the log file for the server started. And next what I'm going to do is create a Derby data source using a WLST file by calling the WLS:/WLST goal. All this is doing is creating a simple Derby data source. And the next what I'm going to do is build and package my application that I'll use for the example deployment. Okay. Now I'm going to call the WLS deploy goal so we can deploy the application. So now the application is deployed and we can check it out. Simple application using a graph and some data tables using JSF 2.0. And now what we can do is, at this point in your continuous integration environment, you could execute some tests. And then finally we would want to stop the server. Okay, and now we're done. So again, this is a pre-release piece of software, and it does not represent a commitment to deliver this at any point in time, or ever, really. So, but it does. We did want to share this with you so you could see some of the direction that we're taking with the Maven plugin.